Hello everyone. Today our group will present on pronunciation challenges with the sound T and D among Thai EFL learners. We chose these sounds because they are crucial for intelligibility, but Thai and English handle them very differently. For example, Thai does not allow voice stop like D at the end of words, and the rule for aspiration and final release also differ. These differences cause Thai learners to make errors such as substitution, deletion, and devoicing. In this presentation, we will walk you through the key findings from research, a comparisons between T and D, and the teaching implications.
Let's begin with the sound T in Thai. T can be aspirated or unaspirated, but at the end of word, it is normally unreleased in English. However, T is aspirated at the beginning of word, and it is usually released at the end. This difference leads to several problems. For example, Thai learners often leave T unreleased, so hat may sound like a huh. They also reduce cluster, so text may lose the final T. Study confirmed this. Sumisu 2011 showed Thai produced English T inconsistently with different voice onset time. And Rangon 2014 foreigner could perceive T very well but subject to produce in the cluster. Other study note omission or substitution, showing strong influence from Thai phonology.
Now, let's look at the sound D in Thai. In Thai, D only occurs at the beginning or middle of word, but never at the end. In contrast, in English, they use D in all positions, including final position, which often marks a past tense, like chord, played. As a result, Thai learners usually divide final D into T, or they delete it completely. For instance, that may sound like that, or a mix may become mic. Research highlight the same issue. Lalin 2014 found students often omitted D in culture. Gittapron 2017 reported high rate of devoicing. Piyamat 2021 noted many learners may admit they were not confident about producing D correctly, which reflects lack of exposure and transfer from Thai.
So this is a simple example words of like T D sound, like dog or like maybe a talk, day or maybe like tay, right or very good, gonna be like good. Now let's focus on the sound T. In sound T in Thai, T can appear at the beginning, middle, and the end of word. At the beginning, Thai even had like two versions, aspirated likeต่อเต่า and aspirated ทอทหาร. For example, ta versus like tar, but at the end of the word, that Thai T is usually unrelated in unreleased, meaning there are no strong bursts of air. In English, in English thing, a little different at the start of the sound T is like strongly aspirated at in like top of the time after like a sound like through like in the star. The T become unaspirated And at the end of the word, English speaker speak usually like release the T, so hat should end with a clear burst. This is like different create like pronunciation problem with the T sound for a Thai learner, like aspiration timing and its void. And like in often or many learner use like Thai, like voice of time with like make T sound less native speaker like. Second, learner often leave like final sound of T unreleased. So hat might sound like hat. Third, when T is part of cluster, like in tech alumnus, is like often drop or simplify because like Thai doesn't allow such a cluster. So finally, Thai learner of sometimes confuse T sound with like other English sound like TH sound like third in think or church in church saying thing or third instead of this. So overall of T error mostly come from learner applying Thai rule directly to English. The result is pronunciation that is like understandable in some context but not always like accurate or clear. Like in this 10 or gonna be like sometimes then replaced with like D sound, water, often like pronounce like wonder, D instead of T sound. Cat sometime or cat. Hat sometimes like pronounce as hat, like final T sound unrealistic or drop in for Thai learner. Better gonna be like better or around that. So this is like comparative analysis of like now let's move to the comparative analysis of T or and D sound. When we look of like two sides of the table, we see like similarity and differences on the similarity board. T and D are heavily shaped by Thai phonology. This leads to the same type of error, such as omission or voicing and classifications. Learner often hear difference between the two sounds, but when they produce them, mistake like gonna appear. But there are also important difference for like T sound. The key challenge is aspiration and the lack of final release for D sound. Like this voice, but not like all in final position in Thai for D sound. The main issue is the voicing of directions because like Thai doesn't allow voice stop at the end of the word like D sound. That is why bat often become bat and land become land. If we compare across of the study, we mostly like most of researcher agree on this pattern. They point they point on like L1 transfer at the root cause because Thai phonetics simply like don't match English. However, there are some disagreement. For instance, like some newer study gonna show like second like young Thai learners are getting better at producing the sound in initial and medial positions, reaching encouraged or on the other hand, deterring and like gonna agree with like final consonant sound of mission is not like unique to Thai, but actually common across Southeast Asia. So no, so maybe it should not always be treated as an error sound from this argument part because like they think like it's not like error pattern. Finally, what do our study recommended? To emphasize the importance of when we starting off this sound, we're gonna use like for minimal pair or self-monitoring activity. In other words, for a learner can need practice, this help them notice the difference, produce in real context and get feedback on their error. So overall, on both T and D sound show Thai sound rule transfer into English but the error pattern differ. which means like teachers should get to adjust or their strategy to depend on the target sound.
Okay, to conclude, the main cause of these pronunciation challenges are L1 transfer, lack of final voice stop in time, and differences in aspiration and release rules. Even though learners can often perceive T and D, their production is less accurate. For teaching, researchers suggest strategies such as minimal pair deals that bad, seed. Perception production takes with games and pair feedback. Technology tools like Part2, personalized voicing and aspiration. These ideas can guide us in our final project, where we design activities to help Thai learners overcome these difficulties and improve their intelligibility in real communication. Yes,
That's it for today. Thank you for your attentions.
thank you.